welcome to Friday. Can you believe it's actually a week since we've been started with these live at ones? I just can't believe where that time has gone. But thank you very much for joining us again today. And today I am joined by Sophie, Ian, and we have a special guest appearance from Jamie Fisher from Taylor Milburn. So that is something to look forward to later on. I wanted to talk to you about two main government announcements that have come out over the last 24 hours, both of which have been added into the members hub. But before I then hand over to Sophie, I need your help. So make sure you stay tuned. First of all, let's look at the information for landlords and renters. There is no real change to what we previously discussed. The 3 months notice to be provided by landlords if they wish to end a tenancy, which will remain in place until the 30th of September 2020. From today, the court service will be suspended on all ongoing housing possession action, and this means any current cases in court or any new cases about to go into the system. And tenants are still liable to pay their rent and should pay. And we discussed yesterday some possibility options if they face financial hardship and cannot meet the payments, and the importance of talking to you first. The document is in the members hub with some questions you can ask the tenants and certainly some hints on how you can move forward with that. And landlords are protected with a 3-month mortgage holiday period if they have a buy-to-let mortgage. And the document concludes with a reminder that landlords remain legally obligated to ensure properties meet the required standard, and urgent and essential health and safety repairs should continue, and an agreement made for any non-urgent repairs to be completed at a later date. But the good news is that they've encouraged local authorities to take a very pragmatic, risk-based approach to any enforcement. So really, as far as landlords and rent is concerned, there's nothing new there. And I guess the second document is probably one that you've all read, but it relates to the home move-in process. And for a long time, we've been asking for some guidance. Well, now we have that guidance. I think there's a couple of key points. I'm not going to go through the whole document because I'm sure you've all read that or had an opportunity to read that. But some key bits for me, that there's no need to pull out of transactions, but a need to ensure that the guidance is followed, and a requirement for all parties to adapt and be as flexible as possible to usual processes. Where a property is empty, then the transaction can proceed. But where the property is occupied, then all parties are encouraged to do all they amicably can to agree alternative dates to move, when hopefully the stay-at-home measures will no longer be in place. Home buyers and renters are encouraged to, where possible, delay moving to a new home whilst these measures are in place. But this does not stop anybody starting to look for the next home and to complete virtual viewings and inquiries. And indeed, sellers can still continue to prepare a house to go to market. There's an absolutely ideal time for you to start to contact your sellers. You can continue with, you should continue to avoid market appraisals, viewings, and energy performance assessors should not go into a property, or should you continue with any kind of regular inspections. But the offer process can proceed in the normal way. That provided us the clarity that we wanted. And whilst we're all no doubt facing a difficult few weeks ahead, if we all adhere to the advice from Public Health England and stay at home where possible, then the sooner we will get through this, and the quicker the blue skies will start to return. So with your help, and by following the advice that we've got, we really can now start to move forward and hope that those blue skies are soon with us, sooner rather than later. Before I go, I mentioned at the start that I needed your help. One of our non-executive directors has a direct link into central government at senior level, and they've been asked to obtain some feedback from us on what the government can do in addition to what measures have already been announced to help support our industry. This is an exceptional opportunity for you to have your say, but we do need to move quick. And if you have any feedback or suggestions, can I please ask that you either mention these in the members group or email them direct to me. This really is your chance to have your say on helping to shape the future of our industry. So that's about it for me today. There are no new compliance issues to mention. I'm absolutely aware that compliance still goes on in the background, and we have a number of deadlines looming. And when we get through the next few weeks, I'll just offer you all a reminder on what actions should have been taken with some other ongoing compliance issues. So all that remains is now for me to thank you all for your comments and questions over this week. Keep them coming. Let me have your feedback and suggestions on what the government can do. To wish you all a very good weekend, but most of all, make sure you all keep safe.